This video is one of the hardest videos to make, but it's one of those videos that I know it'll help somebody. And on top of that, I'm gonna try not to cry.
I'm a super bad bitch, and I only hang around with other bad chicks.
Hey guys, Kenneth here, and I am back for another video. And this video, it's a change of pace from my normal uppity personality or whatever, because I need to open up about some stuff. I felt that this video was needed at a time like this in a lot of people's life. This video, I was supposed to make this video during Pride Month. Here we are, more than a few months later, and I'm finally making it. Where to start? Usually with my videos, I like when they're a little more formulated. Like I know at least like what I'm gonna talk about in which order. So with this video, I didn't want to do that because I wanted to come off as authentic as possible. I wanted it to, I wanted my true feelings to be said, etc. I didn't want to be filtered. So, this is definitely one of my more personal videos. I have not did a personal video in a little bit or whatever. At least personal as in terms of like the issues that I deal with and stuff like that, and just being like an open book in general. The last video that I did that was remotely similar to this was probably my molestation story video, and I did that like almost two years ago, where I made that video. When I make videos like this, it's because I'm coming to peace with certain things. Like when I talk about my issues, because I know bitches like to retaliate and stuff like that on other people and use that people are mean. I reveal stuff when I'm ready. Okay, and I think I'm finally ready to just reveal a little piece of what I want to talk about today. So if you don't know, if you're not like a loyal KenDoll or something, or if you are a loyal KenDoll, I was KenDolls, my subscribers, my loved ones. I had disappeared from social media for like about a month ago. And when I left because of like mental health reasons or whatever. Like I just wanted to present the best version of me possible. And a month ago, I was not the best version of me possible. And I'm still not the best version of me possible, because I'm getting there. Like, I'm definitely getting there. I'm getting back to my original self. But, yeah, I disappeared from social media. I disappeared from social media because of mental health reasons. Like, I just wanted a mental break. When being on social media, it can be difficult because you have so many people. Like I have thousands of people that watch me like weekly, you know. So with these thousands of people watching me weekly, like getting on camera and like pretending that you're like perfectly fine, that can get to you. Because I try to separate what I do online from my personal life, and I think I'm really good at that. But when my personal life affects me, I feel like that's when I just need to talk. And especially when I know that there are other people going through the same thing, and it could just generally help somebody. Like I know the power of being an influencer. I can make you happy. I can make you sad. Influencers have this power. I can make you feel calm. I can not necessarily control your emotions, like saying I can control you, but you watching me, I can affect that. You know what I'm saying? And I've always just wanted to make people feel happy. But I had got so deep into trying so hard to make other people feel happy, because when I started YouTube, I vowed to myself that like I was going to be a joy of light in a world that is crazy. Like, whatever I can do to help, that was the plan. But along the way, I suppress my feelings. And on top of suppressing my feelings, I suppress a lot of, you know, like childhood trauma. I suppressed a lot of things that I needed to work on. And that it basically had caught up with me. I know when I moved to Los Angeles, I started receiving comments like, oh my gosh, you've changed, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And it's not necessarily that I changed, because I'm the same exact person from like day one. Am I more mature? Yes. Am I way more evolved? Definitely yes. Am I different in a sense? Yes, but I'm the same bitch. You get what I'm saying? I've been sort of dealing with like a mild form of depression for at least a year now. At least a year. Maybe a little more than a year, but I feel like it started about a year ago or whatever. Like, where I start slipping into these moments where it was just like, I stopped believing in myself. I stopped believing in myself. I stopped my drive to my drive had disappeared. And I had to take a step back and just like really realize like, where is this coming from? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to give LA the power to say, like, because LA is not as bad as people may think it is. I don't want to give LA the power to say like LA is what triggered like that or whatever, because the feelings were always there. LA just, it triggered it, but like moving to LA had sort of pushed the feelings like to the forefront. Like, bitch, you need to deal with this. And when I say this, I dealt with a lot of childhood trauma, like being not even childhood trauma, teenage trauma, just trauma. Just trauma. Like, I'm black and I'm gay. I'm gay and I'm black. I'm black and I'm gay, and I'm black and gay and black. And I hold these both right here. Because being gay is so obvious with me, unless people confuse me for a woman, which happens a lot. Being gay is obvious with me. Being black is very obvious with me or whatever. I have these two things I'm holding right here. And these are the two things that have affected me most throughout my life. These are the two things that have given me like issues, like current day issues, you know what I'm saying? Being myself. And I get on camera very frequently and I preach about you always should be yourself. You know, you should always love yourself. You should always, you know, feel like you're that bitch. I say it in almost every video, going like on my outros of every video. I say, if you don't feel like you're that bitch, I'm here to tell you that you are that bitch. And that's me trying to encourage other people. Whatever you're going through, like, you are that girl. And I say you're that bitch because that's just what's in these days, like being that bitch, apparently. So, and everybody has the ability to be that girl. Not everybody, but most people have the ability to just be that. You could be that girl. You know what I'm saying? I mean, some people don't have the ability due to their circumstances and stuff like that. And in terms of they're so like mentally fucked up that they just, I don't even know what that is. You know what I'm saying? That's what I was trying to say. But, yeah. I don't want to get too deep because I don't want to cry, and like I could get deeper at a later date, but I wanted to start the conversation. I feel like I like kind of lied to like people that watch me. I kind of lied to them in a sense of like I put on this facade, and it's not even a facade because it's who I am. It's just you know it's something I tap into when the camera is on. Okay. And it's who I am because I tap into that like when I'm around my friends and stuff like that. Like, give me a setting and I tap into like it's me. But I was also hiding like a huge part of myself, and that being the issues that I've dealt with in my life. Growing up, being black and gay and just feminine or whatever, I was always told by so many different people that like, well, you're wrong. Your life is wrong. You're the devil. Like being told that you're the devil, even like by my parents. I never noticed that these things stuck with me. Like these things that were told to me, I never noticed that these things were stuck. Like I never noticed like how embedded they actually were in my brain. Like feeling like something's wrong with me. And the feeling of isolation and like just the feeling of being alone, even when you're around like so many people that like really love you. Like my friend group is like the strongest it's ever been, like since like my college days. And I love all of my friends, but I still battle with the feeling of just feeling alone. And I'm not even alone. And I did a lot of soul searching and a lot of digging. And I was like, why do I feel this way? Only to realize the reason you feel that way is because you were told all these things about yourself growing up. You tune into media, you see no representation of yourself. So you're like, am I even living right? Like, yeah, I'm successful and stuff like that. And I'm going to be more successful. But being told they just had like a completely different effect on me. Because that's not how I feel. I don't feel like I'm the devil. I don't feel like, I'm some type of demon. I don't feel like, I don't feel like I belong, like current day. But it's like this child in me, or like little me, is just screaming like, like you're worthless. And I know people probably looking like, but Kenneth, like you seem like you're gorgeous and blah, 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 blah. Outer beauty has nothing to do with anything. If you want me to be all the way completely 100. Yeah, I'm gorgeous. Yes, I realize I'm cute. Being cute does very little. You know what I'm saying? Like that doesn't make up for the lack of what's inside. And there were certain things that just weren't installed in me like growing up. And it's like, I try to change these things, and I have changed them, because the reason I am talking about this today is because I have gotten to the point where I feel, confident in my, like, I've rebuilt what was once there. And I have come to realization that these things are not true. But then my heart hurts for other people. I know there are other, like, gay black boys. I know that there are other gay black boys that won't even, like, make it, I feel like a lucky one, And even past gay black boys, black people, period. Like, I know that a lot of people, I know that a lot of people have been conditioned to the point where they can't even think outside of the box that they've been put in. I noticed it when, like, I just stopped being, like, the creative that I once was. Like, not feeling like my ideas. I got to the point where I just started feeling like my ideas weren't great enough. My ideas are brilliant. And my ideas could change the world. And my ideas could really affect the masses for, the betterment of just people in general. So I had to take a step back. My makeup is ruined now. I had to take a step back from, like, everything, and I just had to, like, come to center with, like, myself. Like, am I confident? I'm still confident to walk out the house, like, almost every day, being a man in makeup and with curves and shit. Oh, that takes a lot of confidence to walk down the street and get stared at still, even in Los Angeles, that takes a lot of confidence. The confidence is still there, but the confidence had became a facade for this person that is honestly broken. I haven't, like, talked to my mother or my father in months, because they were the cause of a lot of that. And it's not their fault, and I realize that because that's the love is still, you know, the love will forever be there because it's not their fault. But I just can't talk to them right now. The love will forever be there. But like I was saying, I can't blame, you know, them because they were damaged before they even had me. You know what I'm saying? They were damaged before they even gave birth to my ass. So I can't necessarily blame them. At the end of the day, they are a grown-ass woman and a grown-ass man that should have realized these things before, but they didn't necessarily have the resources. They don't put this type of stuff on television. And if they do, it's never hyped up. I don't come from the happy-go-lucky family that they painted like on television. I don't come from that family. I don't know what that is. Which has like caused my communication skills to just be terrible. The only time someone ever communicated anything with me was when they were screaming at me or, you know, just downplaying me, you know, just degrading me. That's the only time I was ever communicated with or whatever. I was never communicated with, and that has caused my communication skills are trash. And I will say it again and again and again and again and again. My communication skills are non-existent. They've gotten a lot better due to like me having like a solid friend group and stuff like that. Like they've gotten a lot better, but they're trash. I honestly don't know what else to say because the words aren't coming to me right now. I'm trying to hold back on telling everything because I don't want to tell like everything that I've ever dealt with because we would be here. We'd be here for hours, you know, if I was to sit down and tell you all like just the things that I've experienced or whatever, you know, the criticism and stuff like that I've gotten from people that I thought were supposed to, you know, be in my corner or love me or whatever, you know. But I just can't. I could give you a preview of it, you know. And the preview is that shit like I was told that I was the devil, you know, at a young age, over and over and over and over again. And it stems from, you know, the homophobia within the black community or just the homophobia that exists in the world, period. Like, I will never understand for the life of me why people just can't let people live their lives or whatever. Or I will never understand why we still have people to this day. I would never want my son to be gay. Why not? I understand that some people, I would never want my son. I understand that some people say that because they fear the hurt that comes with being gay or whatever, because I'm not the only person I'm not the only person that deals with these thoughts of being worthless. I'm not the only gay black man. I'm not the only black person that feels with these thoughts. That's filled with these thoughts. I'm probably one of the few to actually sit down and talk about it, but the thoughts are there. What did I do to change the thoughts? I took the month off, and on top of this, in that month, I look a mess on camera like this, but y'all don't care. In that month, I spent like 3 weeks straight waking up every morning, typing down very like positive things. You know, I did a lot of meditating. I did a lot of zen, just a lot of just calmness. You know what I'm saying? I did a lot of that. I read books and stuff like that. Those are a few things that help, but I think the thing that definitely helped the most, besides like talking about it to a friend, the thing that helped the most, or not talking about it to a friend, but even just letting a friend like, girl, I'm going through this. But yes, waking up every morning, telling myself very positive things, because you really can't turn any negative thing into a positive things, because the things that I went through, they affect me till today. But if I did not go through those things, I would probably not be as far as I am today, because the disrespect that I did receive pushed me past my thinking power, pushed me past my limits. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't like the way that I was treated. I didn't like the things that I would hear about myself. I didn't like those things. So that pushed me to put myself in a position where I don't even have to really deal with this right now. Like, I don't. I can help people from behind, especially this day and age being a social media age. I don't have to interact with people. I can help people with talking from right behind my camera, even though you should want to interact with people or whatever. Or somebody that deals with like thoughts like these or whatever, and I had mentioned that I went through like a mild form of depression. I did. Those thoughts are what caused the depression. Like, there were days where I would not want to get out of bed. And there were some days where I wish that, you know, I wished it was all over. But as soon as that thought came to mind, I actually went to therapy, you know. I was like, okay, you're thinking too far now. Go to therapy. Talk to somebody. And it was so much easier for me to talk to a stranger. I've only been to like 3 therapy sessions, but those 3 therapy sessions did a lot. I have a love and hate relationship with therapy. So that's that. But they did help to a certain extent. I would lie to my friends. I remember I lied to my best friend, and I told him, I'm going to this meeting. Bitch, I went to therapy. Like, yeah. Like, it was like I was embarrassed. Don't be embarrassed to ever go to therapy or something like that. You know, do not, please don't deal with these things in a positive way, okay? Don't be embarrassed. You're human. You go through things. These are things that I had to tell myself. You're human. You know, you go through things. On top of that, I did have to tell myself, like, I love you. Like, I look at myself in the mirror almost every day. I love you. Like, finally filling up my head with some positivity for once. And then I'm the type of person, I hold so much in. I hold so much in, and that is terrible for you. That made every situation that I have ever been through 10 times worse. Me holding so much in. But that's because I never wanted to play like, I never wanted to seem like a victim. And it's not being a victim, but I grew up in a household with a woman that I watched you so much wrong, but always ran and played victim. So that caused me not to like want to play that. That caused me not want to, I didn't want to talk about my feelings, because I felt like the minute you talk about your feelings, you're victimizing yourself. And I didn't want to be the victim. But I was the victim. When was I going to get the chance to actually be the victim and have somebody like talk to me? You know what I'm saying? So there's that. There's so much more, and the thoughts just my mind is like overflowing right now. Like, now I wish I would have actually sat down in front of this camera. Before I sat down in front of this camera, I wish I would have wrote down a few key points. I'll probably come back and do that. But I really feel like I need to end this video right now, because I can't even get words out to articulate the things that I want to say. There's so much that I want to say, but I can't even get the words out. Now that I look, I can't even go take pictures. I should have taken pictures before I did this video. I knew I should have taken pictures before I did this video. But one thing I want to leave you guys off with is, please remember that everybody is human. Humans can be persuaded. Humans can be conditioned. Go gentle with people. You know what I'm saying? Being gay isn't wrong. If you are watching this and you are one of my beautiful gay LGBTQ members, being gay is not wrong. If you ever have those thoughts, I'm here to say it's not wrong. You're not wrong. Your life is not wrong. You are okay. You are a perfect human being. You are worth it. This had even bled into my dating life. Like, I was kind of settling for less. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt worthless. So it was like, you know what I'm saying? I also want to tell everybody, like, if you ever have any negative thoughts, any negative thoughts whatsoever, there is always a way to turn that into a positive thing. You can always turn a negative into a positive. I don't care how negative it is. You can find some positivity and you can find a light in the situation. The minute a negative thought crosses your mind, this has helped me out tremendously. The minute a negative thought, say no, girl. No, girl. No, you got this. You know, I'm going to turn this camera off because I am really an emotional wreck right now. I'm hiding this very well on camera because I cried. I had a little teary-eyed moment, but I want to leave off on a light note, so I'm going to try to get as playful as possible. I'm sorry. But I tried to contain it all, but the tears came out. More can come out, but more will not come out on camera because y'all have seen me cry enough. I don't even know. I might edit this out the video, like dead ass, because I don't like seeming vulnerable in front of other people. That's a problem also. It's okay to be vulnerable. See, I just revealed issues after issues. I'm about to go. I hope y'all understand why I'm just leaving. I'm kind of cutting the video short because it could really be, it's 27 minutes. It says 27 minutes. I'll probably edit down to like 25 minutes. I don't even want to edit this video because I'm a cry while I'm editing. But that's from me to you. As always, be sure to flip your hair. Even if you don't have any hair, be sure to flip it. After you get done flipping your hair, make sure you feel like you are that girl. After you feel like you are that girl, I'm going to tell you that you are that girl. If you don't feel like you are that girl, you know what I was trying to say. You're that girl. You're that bitch. We are all those bitches. I love y'all so much, and I will see y'all in the next video. As always, stay flawless.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and fuck you.
Hey, posing, drinking all the bottles of Patron. Drive these niggas crazy cause they know they can't control me. I hide the model body, super Armani, I'm shining. If you looking, ain't that hard to find me? Yeah.